It is about equalizing poverty, crossing the line of poverty and being the same in quantity, size, degree, or value, equal poor. Tell me how many times you said, "This new law makes me save some money, this new political decision makes me optimist regarding my future finances, or this new financial regulation helped me in my business." The silent protest between poor and middle class and between emigrants and foreigners and the patriots paying taxes. Facts about poorer countries. Today, in this time of medical, economic, reset crisis, we see and feel how the poverty line makes us equal. I won't be long with this talk, just 5 observations. Welcome to a new episode from Emil Truthman Visionary Talks, the ugly truth about future, explained to be prepared for what's coming next. The first observation is about the line of poverty. In every society there are rules and numbers that define the term of poor and poverty. Let's say the poverty line means $100 per day. If you earn $102, you are still poor, but those $2 over 100 are setting you in the middle class. If you own $98, those $2 missing set you in the poorer social class. The difference is in the benefits and taxes for those two social classes. And the ugly side is that the majority is living near this margin, and some days the poor guys cross the line and feel richer, and in other days that become daily routine, the middle class is passing under the line due inflation or life problems, becoming poor. The second observation is that poverty is harder to digest due inflation, and in the same time it is an open door for everyone. We were used to have certain daily habits, favorite brand products, dreams and expectations, to love our jobs, to sell and make money, to be free. And in the last 2 years everything changed. The poorer of the people have now access to jobs they couldn't dream of in the past, due to the shortage of employees and the Great Resignation movement. I saw new categories of people entering the workforce, people that were discriminated in the past, now they were accepted and are very good workers. In the same time many middle-class employees were fired, and now they must work what they find, even being paid less than 2 years ago. A true facts. Somehow the equalization of poverty is happening also through the job offers. The third observation is about the foreign workers and the returning home people. Many countries are importing working force from poorer countries, in despite of hiring people from their own countries. This is also a talk about wages and working conditions. The reality is in the middle. Other countries offer money to the people who want to return home, citizens who work abroad are paid to return, and us who didn't emigrate, we remain and pay taxes in our own countries. We don't receive $1. Hiring foreign people, and paying people to return home, and in the other field, us, the patriots who pay taxes home. These facts create and make a silent protest between people and generations, and even ethnics. The fourth observation is that the line of poverty is so thin, and we all are so vulnerable. Just a few examples: a man divorced and became homeless because he lived in his wife's house. Other examples are a single mom, a single person with health problems, or a person who just retired and with a small or no pension, can no longer live in humanly conditions where he lived until retirement because of the cost of living, or even a normal person but with not enough income to afford to pay a rent. Or if anyone for any reason loses his job, anyone without savings or help from society can become poor and homeless in just a few days. People getting sick and not afford treatment, people evicted or gone for bankruptcy. When we depend on the fluctuation of prices, we are all in the same boat, on the same waters. The fifth observation is about the lessons of poverty. People born in poverty want to escape this social status. People that are categorized as middle class have the fear of getting poor. Both categories are very close from each other. Adding the education regarding money, how money work, the people with little money can escape poverty, and the lack of financial education is making the middle class poorer. Poor people are afraid of long-term debts. Average people love the debts that make them poorer in long term. Poor people save for tomorrow because the fear of hunger. Middle class spend because they have, and when things get bad, they don't have a backup plan. Who thought I will lose my job? Or my income will get smaller? The middle truth is the saying, the world is full of smart poor people. Stupid people don't think and make money. The richest countries have the highest number of homeless people, because the cost of living and the lifestyle is very expensive, and for any reason if you cannot make the number of money needed to survive, makes you poor instantly. For example, you have to choose between heat or eat, surviving versus paying education. The poorest countries have the majority of people poor, but the social system helps all the people, as a form of accepted poverty fact. Poor countries have equal health care system, all are poor. Poor countries have own surviving unwritten rules, skills to survive and motivation. The poor people live off-grid, live at the margins of society, live there because they have no option to survive and are not accepted by society. In the same time, smart and middle-class people choose to live like poor people, choose to live in the simplicity and outside of the system, as a personal options and to have a fulfilling life. The secret is in the details. Poverty is the greatest lesson of life, because it's motivation on steroids. In the same time, poverty is the hardest lesson if you were rich, and now you cross the line of poverty without your will, and have to live there. See you in my next episode. 2 links in the description of this video you will find. Stay away from decisions or people that can make you poor.